Let me tell you something. This world is designed to keep you stuck in your wounded feminine energy and your masculine energy. And it does not have to be that way if you know how to tap into your divine feminine energy and power, the ultimate confidence. So I'm not going to just let you walk around in this world in your wounded feminine energy or your masculine energy and completely ignoring your beautiful divine feminine power. And it's a struggle living that way. Why would you live in resistance? Why would you take the harder and longer route when you don't have to live your life like that? And let me tell you something. You don't attain that divinity and that type of feminine power unconsciously or randomly. And that's what we're discussing today. How to truly embody, embrace, and radiate your feminine energy. And you know, this channel is all about leveling up your life and upgrading yourself through inner work and self-awareness and healing. And that's why this video is so important today, because that is what you need to tap into the abundance that is waiting for you. So let's get started. Number one, you need to commit and prioritize your energy body. And what does that look like? Taking care of your internal energetic system and learning how to embody peace regardless of what's going on outside of you. Your energy is your currency and it is expensive. So you have to take care of it and treating it like a full-time job. Most people forget how much effort that requires, how much hard work it requires. But what you become when you practice this is somebody who's unrecognizable and somebody who's very, very powerful. So the time investment and the effort is always going to be worth it, because you see the world out there. When I look out there sometimes at people, they've been dragged around. They weren't able to really embody that positive energy within them and that peace. And when your peace gets rocked for long periods of time, especially, you lose yourself. Your life crumbles. That's why I'm doing this video today. It's so important. It's not a joke. Because when you don't, you'll look back and be like, how did I turn out like this? Why have I become like this? You don't just become like that. Because when you're in your divine feminine energy, it is so important for you to prioritize and focus on how good you feel inside. Life starts from within. That's why I never used to understand that you're whole on your own. Everything you seek is within. I never understood that. Now I understand that. Because the world that you create internally is going to be reflected in your external world. Point blank, period, and that's it. That's why a lot of my effort goes to my inner world. It's my full-time job, because I saw the difference it's made in my life and my manifestations and how much my life has changed. It all changed when I started to look inside, when I started to prioritize my peace, when I started to set these boundaries, when I started to shift that inner voice when it wasn't talking the most positivity, Those are the things that brought me to where I am, my inner world, and being in charge of it, being the CEO of my inside empire. You can't leave that up to anybody or for the world to take care of. You know exactly what's going to happen to you if you do that. You have to have boundaries with these energies within you. You have to have practices in place to take you out of and shift you out of certain negative energies that are not aligned with your highest good. Because if you don't, you move out of your feminine energy and into wounded energy or your masculine energy. So, again, going back to understanding how to regulate and manage that internal peace is so important because you're not going to go through life with nothing happening. And a lot of it's going to be out of your control. So, you have to learn what works for you so you can take care of yourself. You don't just take care of yourself externally. Taking care of yourself internally is just as, if not more important. And a lot of this often comes down to your inner voice, your mentality, your thoughts, your mindset, because it has the power to shift your energy radically. You can completely go in a negative direction just based on your thoughts. If you're lying in bed, for example, staring at the ceiling, if your mind starts to suddenly wander and think about all the things you got to get done, what that person said yesterday, or something financial that's a burden on your mind, I mean, you are going to literally start to flush your body and become warm. That's how powerful your thoughts are. And what is that doing? That's causing disharmony within your body, which is disrupting your peace. But on the flip side, if you start to think about an exciting thing that you have planned for the weekend, if you start to think about your goals, if you start to think about an amazing conversation you had with a friend, if you start to think about how wonderful of a day you're going to have, then suddenly your energy is fueled by gratitude and joy and positive thinking, that you call your energy back and your power back by doing that. Because when you're in your divine feminine energy, you have practices in place to ensure those thoughts don't overtake your complete mindset, emotion, or day. You're in charge and you understand that. So when you start to see certain things make you feel good and certain things don't make you feel good, and you understand how your energetic system works, that's when you take control. Life is still going to happen, but at least you have the self awareness. You understand that certain activities, certain thoughts, certain people do not make your energy body feel good. Intentionally keep your energy strong, healthy, and high vibrating. It's ultimate self love to set healthy boundaries for yourself. Because the divine feminine energy has no room for these low vibrational frequencies within her. She does not have room for hate, for jealousy, for comparison, because she knows that's not good for her mentally. It's not good for her heart. It's not good for her inner child. It's not good for her aura and her, most importantly, her inner energy, because that's giving wounded feminine energy. when you feel like you're not enough, when you need to do better than others. And remember, if you're hating on somebody, you're jealous of somebody, that has nothing to do with them. Something is being triggered inside you. And when you're triggered, when you're emotional, that's always an opportunity for you to heal a wound. Something is crying out to you, something is screaming out to you. Because others should not intimidate you or make you feel less than or cause these spirals of negative emotions and feelings within your body. That shows you that there's some work for you to do, and that's okay. But realize that that sort of energy that you're projecting onto people only circulates within you at the end of the day. There's actually a chart called the vibrational energy frequency chart, which shows vibrational levels for various emotional energies on a scale from 0 to over 700, with grief, jealousy, worry, all ranking on the lower parts of this chart under the score of 200 and considered suffering, whereas peace, love, and joy frequencies are at the top of this chart and all above the score of 500 within the flow and high consciousness section. So it just goes to show what certain types of emotion, what type of energy that creates within you. Regardless if somebody has triggered that or it's your own inner voice that's causing these emotions, you are causing yourself stress. You are causing yourself unalignment. Because even though you think you're projecting that emotion out and that energy out, that stays within you. That's why after you get out of a heated conversation or an argument, you're literally like vibrating, like your blood is boiling. It's because you are left drinking your own poison, thinking the other person's going to suffer. So when your blood pressure is rising, remember, you're carrying that emotion. So you've got to start to understand the energy you put out is your own energy inside you, and it doesn't go anywhere. In fact, it festers within you and grows if you don't handle it. It's like road rage. You're honking, swerving, cutting somebody off, like yelling. And they're maybe listening to the most angelic music, enjoying their beautiful ride with their windows down. So you cut them off, this and that, feeling like you won, feeling like you got this off your chest. How dare they? When you're actually losing, you're the one that has all this dirty negative energy within you, where they're well on their way and enjoying their afternoon. And the funny thing is that people think they're in power when they've fought somebody or won an argument. No, you actually give your power away. That's the irony. That's what I'm trying to teach you here today. Is stop giving your power away to energies that are not good for your internal energetic system. Nothing outside of you deserves that type of expensive, valuable currency. And that currency is your energy. Now, you may be wondering, what if that's coming from another person? This is exactly what I'm saying when you cannot always control everything. So that's where boundaries come in. Boundaries to protect your peace when it comes to other people. You can't just allow others, like a revolving door, in and out of your life when it's not good for your energy. And only you will know that. You know how it feels to be around certain people, what it does to your nervous system, what it does to your mentality, what it does to your mindset, what it does to your confidence, what it does to your mood, you know. That's what I'm talking about. So you have to put up a boundary. You have to cut things off. You have to make changes because allowing that is poor spiritual hygiene. You have to learn how to shift that negative energy because you can ruin your day. You can ruin your momentum. You can throw yourself off so badly if you overthink things. You know that. The same goes for life and the unpredictability, the things we can't control, then the experience that come and the experiences that come our way that we have no control over. Like staying in worry and fear when things in life aren't going your way. When something you were so, when something you were so set on doesn't work out. I mean, are you going to spiral out of control? Are you going to allow yourself to be in bed for days? Are you going to be negative? Are you going to run away? Are you going to suppress? Or are you going to take care of that energy? Are you going to nurture that energy? Are you going to make yourself feel good? Because there's a huge difference in the both of those. Because a divine feminine, what does she do? She surrenders. She has faith. She has trust that things are aligning for her in her favor. And so, what may look like a catastrophe is actually the universe shifting things around on her behalf. She always feels abundant. That mindset of doesn't matter what's happening through life, I always know it's in my best and highest good. That is power. You have to be able to handle your energy body through all of those things. That's why it's such an important skill to learn, practice, and cultivate. And she understands flowing and attracting abundance versus controlling and manipulating and trying to get things, whether they're truly meant for you or not. She knows that what's meant for her will come to her. You have to fight. Do you understand how much I used to fight for what I thought I needed and wanted? I really had to learn the hard way to allow and flow and be open and be guided to what's really true for me and my heart. Because your mind makes its mind up and really convinces you of things that aren't even your truth. Whereas your heart, making decisions from that place and being in your divine feminine energy, you really make different decisions for yourself. You go through life differently because she treats herself like a queen. She takes care of her mind, her heart, her emotions, her life, her space. Basically, what we all want from a masculine. Because when you show up like that with your feminine energy and you know how to show up equally with your masculine energy and you have that inner union, you feel fulfilled. So when you are treating yourself in this type of manner, you are achieving inner union, which is your divine feminine energy and your divine masculine energy meeting in the middle, and you just feel completely balanced and aligned, which is a whole other video. Please let me know in the comments, by the way, if you want me to do a video on the union of both energies within you, because we're talking about feminine energy today, but when you can balance both, your life doesn't get any better than that. And so, again, because a lot of us walk around in our wounded feminine energy, I had to do this video first to really make you understand what it feels and looks like to embody your divine feminine power. And as divine beings, we are being called to raise our vibrations so we can raise the vibration of the collective. This world is in a state of suffering. And so when you do your inner work and you raise your vibration, you are emitting that vibration outwards. And you're doing work beyond work for yourself. You're actually giving back, whether you know that or not. It's a big job. It's a purpose. I've actually told myself one of my purposes is to be a light, is to be an inspiration, is to be that person that's going to lift others up and higher their vibration. Because only light can do that to darkness. You have to understand this. The more in your light that you are, the more you'll be able to see what's happening in the dark. And you no longer have to go through life unconsciously with your eyes closed and leave everything to fluke and luck. No, that's not how you live life. You live life intentionally. And you focus on what your heart, your future self, and your divinity needs. And that's when you become free. And that's when you elevate and you ascend and you're doing your inner work. A divine feminine dreams big. She does not settle. She has purpose. She believes in herself. She believes there's a divine plan and purpose for her. And she's detached from the expectations of the world. That's how you're going to radiate feminine power. When you live in your own lane and you don't care what other people are doing. That's divine feminine energy. She's not a follower. She doesn't compromise her integrity to fit in. She's not going to buy the latest handbag just because it's the trend, just because all the other girls are doing it, just because it's going to make her feel good. No. And none of this will ever make her feel like she's not luxurious. You know what a powerful feminine is going to do? She's going to look at her situation and she's going to do what's best for her. So suppose she doesn't have the money for a designer handbag. She's not going to spend it. It doesn't make her feel any less than. But also she understands that splurging is going to cause her financial stress. And what does financial stress do? Take away the peace within her. And so she's not willing to do that to herself. So she still looks beautiful. She still feels beautiful. And beauty is defined by her own standards, not that handbag. Even though she looks around and everybody is a zombie to this whole designer thing and attaching their worth to it, not her. She's too divine for that bullshit. She does not get played. She does not fall into those types of traps. Because you can't be graceful and have an abundant mindset when you're overspending. She knows her turn will come. She knows she can wait patiently for things in life. She just knows. And that's what the journey of a divine feminine is all about. Tapping in. It's an energy, right? So you tap into that pool of energy and utilize it because it will change your life for the better in ways you couldn't possibly imagine. And I'm living proof for that. Point one got longer than I expected, but there's so much to discuss because energy is a big thing. I am going to continue this video in part two So make sure you're subscribed and you have your notifications on. This is a very important topic. I hope you enjoyed this video today, sending you lots of love and positivity, and I will see you for the next video.
Thank you for all the love and support. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. See you next time.